it's Jennifer with Jennifer at Home. I'm so glad you're here today to make some super easy mini pecan pies. Let me show you everything you'll need to make these mini pecan pies. First of all, you'll need 2 pie crusts and a large round cookie cutter, a teaspoon of vanilla, 3/4 cups of sugar, a little more than a cup of chopped pecans, and you'll need 1 cup of corn syrup, and you can use light or dark corn syrup, whichever you prefer, 3 eggs, 4 tablespoons of butter, and you'll also need some kind of a cooking spray, or you'll need to grease a muffin pan. The first thing we want to do is take our round cookie cutter and start cutting out some circles. You just unroll the pie crust. I usually just put mine on a cutting board and just start cutting out as many circles as I can. And once we get the circles cut out, we'll just take the circle and we're going to put it right in the muffin pan, and we're going to just press it down just lightly to where the edge sticks up. So it'll be just a nice little shell in the bottom of the muffin pan, and I've already greased this, and this will have a nice little edge around the outside to hold the pecans pie filling inside. If you have some scraps of dough left over, just take a rolling pin of any kind and just roll. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can carefully use a glass and just roll over it and try to get it the thickness that it was when it came out of the package. And then you can just use that and cut some extra circles so that none of the pie crust goes to waste. Okay, now I put the eggs in the bowl and I whisk these up. Next, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm going to add the corn syrup. You can use light or dark. This is 1 cup of corn syrup. And then we'll add the heaping cup of chopped pecans. First, let's mix this up. We'll get this mixed really well. We'll add the pecans and then we'll fill the pie shells. It's just that easy. Okay, once that's mixed up, we'll add the chopped pecans. We'll stir those in. And the easiest thing I have found to use to fill the mini pie shells is a gravy spoon. So let me grab that and we'll get these pie shells filled and get them baking in the oven. So we have all of our shells ready to go, and then I'm just going to take a scoop of the filling, and this is the best way to get an even amount of pecans in every scoop. So I'll just take about a scoop and I'll just slowly start pouring it right in the middle, trying not to get it on the edge. Do the best you can to get every one as even as possible. And just tap them down so that everything is nice and even. And once you get them all filled, these will bake in the oven at 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes. And here's what the mini pecan pies look like when they're done in the oven. Make sure you start checking on them about 30 minutes out. And that way, if they are done, if they get done a little early, that way you can take them out. You can see the crust is just lightly golden brown. And then once they come out of the oven, take an offset spatula or just a knife and carefully, without scratching the pan, just carefully go around and loosen them up. That way they won't stick in the pan. And after you get them all loosened up, you can carefully lift them out onto a plate to cool. And here's how the mini pecan pies turned out. Well, now that you know how easy this recipe is, I hope you'll give it a try. These little mini pecan pies freeze so well, you can just put them in a zip top bag in the freezer and they'll last for weeks. They're great to serve after dinner. When you have friends over, they're great to put on a little platter, and they're bite-sized just like a cookie. I hope you enjoy them as much as my family does, and I would love for you to subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified every time I have a new video out. And don't forget to hit that like button.